Hello, and we've got a treat for you today. We've got our brand new feature, Terrace Talk, where we're going to speak to real people on holiday here in Lanzarote. We're going to have a nose around their room. We're going to find out everything about their holiday, what they've been up to, what they've done, what they like, what they don't like, how much they paid for their holiday. And we are going to show you guys back home, because it's better than listening to me. Listen to real people that are here on the island. Now, we put a little ad out asking people if they would let us come and have a little nose around their room, and Sophie and James got in touch, and I'm going to go now, meet them, have a look, and we're going to do our first episode of Terrace Talk. Stay tuned. So it's like amazing here. The Elba. I've managed to find out the room, and it's down here. So we're going to go and see Sophie and James and have a little nose at their room. I think it's this one. Let's say hello. Sophie,
hi.
hello.
Come
Thank
on
you for
in.
inviting us round. Wow, look at this. So this is it. This is the room at the Elba. Is it the Elba Suites?
Yeah, it's the Elba Premium Suites.
Wow, look at this. Well, show me around.
Yeah.
Show me everything.
So we've got a nice little sofa area over here, which is perfect with the TV. We brought the Fire Stick, so we're able to watch on Netflix and Amazon Prime.
Yes.
Which is really nice for the evenings.
So you can sit there, chill out
Yeah.
in the evening.
Yeah, and that does pull out into a sofa bed as well. So I suppose
Okay.
you could have 3 or 4 people in here.
Yeah, yeah.
Um,
This room's for 2 though, no?
Yeah, so yeah, there's just 2 of us in here. Obviously, the beds area, beds are really comfy.
They look really comfy. Look at the size
when
of the
we
mattress.
arrived, there was only 1 pillow, but we went to reception, asked for another one. They were
Yeah.
absolutely great. They gave us another pillow, really, really comfortable. Got a nice big wardrobe with hanging space.
Oh, wow.
And
Look at
then got the bathroom in there. Really nice shower, sort of the dual head shower, which is great.
Huge shower area as well, yeah?
Yeah, loads of storage. Really, really nice.
Brilliant.
And then we've got a lovely terrace.
Very modern as well.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it
we're
looks
gonna-
like it's recently been sort of updated in here.
Yeah.
And obviously you've got the aircon and all the extra sort of amenities.
So we've got aircon in here, and we've
Yeah.
got a fan at the top to keep
Yeah.
you cool. And this room, is this room for 2 people, or is it for 4 people? Is it, do you know?
I'm not sure when we booked it. Obviously we only booked it for 2, but
Yeah.
I suppose that bed does pull out into a sofa bed, so I suppose you could have 4 people. It would be a bit of a squish, but
Yeah,
I suppose
it
you
would
could
be.
if you wanted to.
And
We've also got the Nespresso machine, which is really nice, added
Where's that?
extra
Where's
touch.
that? Where's that?
So this little coffee machine here.
Ah.
You've got the pods. So
And it
if
comes
you're,
with the
if-
pods?
Yeah, so if you're a coffee drinker, you can have a nice coffee on the terrace.
And does it come with enough pods to keep you going for the week, is the question?
No, but you just nip to reception and they give you some more pods.
For free?
Yeah, for free, which is really
Wow.
nice.
And this is the terrace.
Yeah, so you've got sort of lovely seating area here, and we're
look at
south facing, so it
Yeah.
means that we get the sun sort of all day. So after you've been in the pool, we'll come back, have a little drink on the terrace, which is lovely. We've also got sunbeds, so if you wanted to sort of have a sun lounge as well, that's it's perfect.
It is beautiful. It's beautiful. And at night time, is it peaceful and quiet?
Yeah, really, really quiet. This is at the adults only area, so you haven't got any like sounds of any kids
Okay.
crying, and obviously because we're near the back of the resort, obviously we just don't hear anything. It is really, really nice.
Brilliant. So
Really
this is
peaceful
an
night's sleep.
adults area, an adults only section then?
Yeah, so the other side of the resort, there's families.
Yeah.
But sort of when we searched for the holiday, we did put adults only in, so
Yeah.
it came up with this, and then within the sort of main hotel we have an adults only restaurant, an adults only bar, and there's an adults only pool as well. So yeah, it's
Okay.
really good.
So it's
really
good for
nice.
families and adults
Yeah,
only as
yeah,
well.
yeah,
Right.
great.
So this is the terrace. So this is going to be our new section, folks, and we're going to do something called Terrace Talk. So me and Sophie are going to sit down. James is going to be looking at the camera because he doesn't want to be filmed today, and we're going to have a little chat and see exactly how the holiday is.
Yeah,
Let's
sounds
sit
good.
down. So, thank you very much to Sophie and James, who's behind the camera. This is our new section for our channel called Terrace Talk. So we're going to come and we're going to meet people that are on holiday and find out about their holiday here in Lanzarote, find out about the hotel, and literally see a real perspective of a holiday in Lanzarote. Instead of listening to me, let's listen to the people that are on holiday. So, Sophie, thank you so much for letting me come and visit.
Yep.
You showed us the room.
Yep.
Tell us a little bit about you and James, what you both do.
Yeah, so we're from North Wales,
Right.
just on the border of Chester.
You don't sound Welsh.
No, it's North Wales, it's a different accent.
Is it?
But yeah, we live right on the border. So,
Okay.
yeah, I work for Chester Racecourse, doing digital marketing.
Perfect.
And James is a swim teacher.
Great.
So that's sort of what we do. And then, yeah.
Brilliant. So how long have you been here in Lanzarote so far?
So we've been here since last Friday.
Brilliant.
So we've only been here a few days, but yeah, I was trying to cram as much into a week as we can.
Great. And you saw my little advert saying I need people to tell us about their holidays. I really do appreciate it. So this is the first one. So Sophie is going to smash it in, and we're going to do an amazing video and just give people an idea of what a holiday's like in Lanzarote. So you've been here for a while. We'll talk about the hotel in a minute. Tell us about previous holidays that you've been on and what you've done and where you've been.
Yeah, so I've been to Lanzarote before, but it was quite a few years ago. But as a child, I used to holiday in Tenerife. So we used to go sort of every year. It would be our like main family holiday. Obviously with COVID and everything, we don't holiday as much as normally would. But this year we went to Mallorca in the summer. Just as a little week's getaway, in between sort of the racing season at work, which was really nice. And I hadn't been to Mallorca since I was probably around like 6 or 7, so it was really nice. But yeah, normally we do sort of an all-inclusive week or 10 days holiday in the sun, just to sort of relax.
Get away from the cold. And it's interesting that you say that when you were a kid you went to different places like Tenerife. Do you think that influences your decision for adult holidays?
Yeah, probably. Like I said, as a child we'd always go all inclusive. Mum would sort of let us run around, get whatever drinks, food we wanted, and it was sort of that nice sort of like freedom experience. And I think now as an adult, it's nice just to be able to go, I fancy a drink, nip to the bar. Haven't got to think about money. We haven't got to think about bringing loads of spends out with us, euros. We can just sort of get what we want.
When you want it.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, because some people like all-inclusive holidays, some people don't. I'll be honest with kids, and when or if you two ever have kids, you're all-inclusive all the way, because the last thing you want to do is be, can I have this, can I have that, can I have this? When you're on holiday, go and have what you want. Let yourself go. I find that most couples prefer different, non-all-inclusive. So it's interesting that you've picked all-inclusive. But you've obviously had that experience as a child and enjoyed that. Well, what about like the destination? Did you come to Lanzarote as a kid, or the Canaries?
Yeah, so the Canaries used to go to Tenerife. I have been to Lanzarote, but that was sort of a very sort of different sort of holiday. It was like a villa holiday.
Yes.
But yeah, it was mainly we'd do like an all-inclusive. In like Playa de las Americas in Tenerife, and sort of, and as I got older as a teenager, we'd be able to sort of go out onto the strip and sort of have a great time there. So that was sort of the usual summer holiday.
And for the Canaries then, what's your preferred destination, Lanzarote or Tenerife? My favourite's Tenerife.
I think both are good in different ways. I think if you're looking for more of like a party style, like Playa de las Americas and Tenerife is perfect. It's a lot more lively. Whereas here it seems to be sort of more couples and older people. I don't know that's whether because we're here, obviously it's not school holidays, so we aren't seeing as many families.
No, you're right. It's not as a party here.
Yeah, but it's more of like a chilled vibe here.
Yeah. So you're enjoying yourself. You had a good holiday.
Yeah, it's been really good.
Perfect. That's good. That's good to know. So tell me, you're all inclusive here, but have you been out and about?
Yeah. So when we arrived Friday evening, and on Saturday morning the weather was a bit rubbish.
Yes.
So we decided, right, let's get out. So we went for a walk along sort of like the promenade along the like the seafront, and walked all the way into Playa Blanca. Had a little mooch around the shops. which was really nice, and sort of went to a bar down there, just had a drink. And then I think tonight we're planning to go to the Rubicon Marina.
Yeah, beautiful place down there.
So obviously here it is lovely to sit and have a drink, but sometimes it is nice to sort of get out and go somewhere a little bit
So what
different.
about eating out? Have you only ate in here and then sort of after dinner, right, we'll go out? Or have you actually gone out and had any, like, been to any restaurants or anything like that? Oh, the flies, yeah, the flies are everywhere.
So we ate here, and then just to save money, really. We thought with the food's pretty good here, and we've paid to go all inclusive, so we might as well eat here and then just have.
So the food's good.
Yeah, the food's good. There's 2 different restaurants. So with this sort of premium suite package, you get an adults only restaurant, which is open for breakfast and dinner. There's also 2 sort of a la carte restaurants as well, which you can book when you arrive. So we're going to one of them on Thursday, the Italian restaurant. But yeah, mostly the food's good.
So you upgraded to the premium?
Yeah.
Cool. And that's to get the adult only.
The adults
because the last thing James wants is a load of kids swimming around. Is there an adults only pool?
Yes, there is.
You go.
Yeah, it is really.
Otherwise, James would be on holiday. He's not doing the stroke properly and getting in and teaching them. So there's an adults only pool, there's a kids pool, there's a family pool.
Yeah. But to be honest, we only spent sort of an afternoon around the adults pool. We've been around sort of the main pool. It just has a bit more of an atmosphere. It's a bit bigger. Yeah. They've got the music going, the activities, so we have tended to use the sort of family areas as well as the adult-only areas.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
So all in all, holiday-wise, hotel-wise, everything like that, are you happy with the choice with the Elba?
Yeah, definitely. I think the room just sort of makes it for us, having so much space, than your sort of traditional hotel room with a balcony. We've got all this outside area. Obviously, it's really picturesque, all the trees and everything. So it's
like a sort of villa holiday in a hotel, if that's the right thing to say. So, is there anything that, like, any cons, anything that you think, oh, you know, I didn't like that, or I wish the hotel would do this?
I think the main one probably would be, like I said before, about maybe having a kitchenette in the room, just having sort of that space, like a bigger fridge or a little hob, you know, or something where you could just sort of, I don't fancy going to the restaurant, I'll just like buy something in and we can make a sandwich.
Stuff like that.
Sort of a space for that would be great, and obviously there is plenty of space in the room for that. I suppose that's just me being picky. We are all inclusive, so we have got the choice.
No, but this is what we want to do. We want to get the people back home to have a real view of a Lanzarote holiday, have a real view of the hotel, and just so that they can make an informed decision without listening to me or seeing special photos and all that. It's like the real the real thing. So what's the plan for the next holiday? Have you got any plans? Because a lot of people on holiday, they think, right, where are we going next?
We haven't really discussed it, to be honest. It probably won't be till sort of next year now, and maybe into the summer with the cost of living and stuff. We need to try and save some more money and to be able to go away again. But it may be back to the Canaries or maybe like Greece or something. We haven't really discussed it, but
Greece
maybe somewhere different to where we have been. Try and not go to the same place all the time.
So holiday-wise, how many holidays do you two usually go on a year?
Probably 1 or 2.
1 or 2.
Yeah, just depending on sort of work, and obviously with COVID and everything, we haven't been on holiday as much.
Yeah. No, that's perfect. So you've told us about the hotel room, you've told us about all the amenities in the hotel, things out and about in Lanzarote. What's been the highlight of your holiday so far? Is there something you've done or something you've experienced you thought, that's good, that's the best thing?
To be honest, we haven't really been sort of out that much. We are planning on hiring a car tomorrow, because we'd like to go up to the volcano, and we've seen like a green lake on photos. We sort of want to go and have an explore. So that's probably, well, hopefully if it's good, that it'll be sort of a highlight of the holiday. Be able to get out and about, sort of do our own thing, maybe try and find some nice beaches.
So you prefer to do that than take a tour? Do you prefer the freedom of a car?
Yeah, probably. Okay. I think with sort of if you're on a tour, you maybe sort of a little bit limited to sort of go in certain places, whereas you've sort of got a car, you can sort of go wherever you want and whatever time of the day, or you think, actually, I don't want to stop for lunch now, I want to stop later. You can sort of do what you want.
And who's going to drive?
Probably me.
Yeah.
I have drove abroad before. I did a.
Yeah.
I've been around northern Spain and Italy driving, like many years ago. So I'm sort of relatively confident, I hope, driving on the other side of the road.
Yeah, oozing confidence, and that's what it's all about. Well, I mean, hiring a car is great, and obviously I sell tours, so it's no good for me you're hiring a car, but hiring a car is good to get yourself out and about. And as I always say to people when they're hiring cars and stuff, it is great to go along the coastline, see some of the different places. You can drive all the way up the north to Famara and things like that. And you can go to like the volcanoes. Obviously, you still have to pay to get in. During this time, it's easy. If you were going to hire a car in June, I'd say absolutely no chance, because the queue outside the volcanoes is like huge. And what you have to do, you have to pull the car up and sit in a queue for about an hour and a half while all the buses are driving past you. But this time of the year, it's great. So yeah, you can go and visit the Emerald Lake and stuff like that. And I agree, the tours are great, but if you do want the freedom, and it's interesting as a young couple that you'd be doing that, because I think the more mature people tend to book a tour. But it's interesting for me to know, because we obviously sell excursions and stuff like that, to understand the younger generation, because I'm getting old now. I'm too old to understand that. So it's interesting for me to know what you guys do when you come away, and it's interesting to know that you've booked an all-inclusive, and that you sort of, this is a sort of chill out holiday.
Yeah, I think it's nice to have that mix. Obviously, like sometimes you go to an all-inclusive and you stay in the resort the whole time, and you don't actually experience the culture of where you are, or the what it's like where you are. So I think it is important that even if you are on an all-inclusive holiday, you should go out and spend a bit of money in the local bars, go and visit a local tourist attraction, just to help the local economy, because obviously you're paying a tour operator to come on holiday and you sit in all-inclusive, and I think it is nice to have that, be able to chill out, do nothing. But even if you just spend one evening or one day, go out into the local area, see what it's like. Because as a child we did a one-off holiday to the Dominican Republic, and it was a 2-week holiday, and obviously it was great, but we sort of flew 9.5 hours and sat in an all-inclusive resort and didn't really see what it was like, and I thought you could go to Spain and do that.
Of course.
So I do think it is important that you sort of go out and about and spend a little bit of money on the local economy.
Well, this is it. There's a big debate, and if people come on Facebook, and you know who you are, you Facebook trolls, that people come on Facebook, and we've got a lot of Facebook groups in Lanzarote, and some people are just not nice people, let's face it. And someone will come on and say, look, I'm looking to book all-inclusive, and people just jump on them and are like, no, how dare you book all-inclusive? You're ruining the economy. Look, as everybody likes something different. I would go all-inclusive with the kids. The last thing I want to do is be messing about and looking for places to eat and stuff like that. I'm exactly the same. I prefer, with the kids especially, an all-inclusive, bang, everything's there, done. But you're right, get yourself out, experience the island, spend 1 or 2 days, maybe go for breakfast, go for a drink, go here, go to the local area, and then you're right, it keeps the economy ticking over, and it keeps the trolls happy, which is the best thing.
I won't get trolled on your TikTok now.
Oh, no, you won't. Don't you worry. No trolling. But no, this is it. This is what it's all about. It's about getting an understanding of everybody's opinions and everybody's holidays, and everybody likes different things. I mean, I've done videos and TikToks of Indian restaurants and fish and chips and stuff like that, and people are just, how dare you eat fish and chips on holiday? And it's like, well, I'm not going to go out and eat calamari and tapas every single day. But I know I'm not on holiday anyway. I live here, so I'll eat what I want. But you do get them people that are like that. And I can guarantee you, they're not in all the little back streets anywhere. They're in there having their full English breakfast and just trolling. So the big question that everybody wants to know, because there's a lot of nosy parkers out there, is how much did you pay for the holiday?
So we paid around £850 each.
Okay. And that was for how long?
A week, all inclusive. We booked it through Jet2.
Right.
And they sort of, on their website, this was a 4-star plus hotel.
Yeah.
It was sort of, we ticked the filter adults only. And as I said before, it's half adults only, half not. So I think if you were wanting to go somewhere that was exclusively adults, there was no kids, maybe this isn't the place for you. But if you're not too bothered, we're not too bothered about having like children around. Obviously, with it not being the school holidays, there isn't many children around anyway.
Yeah.
It's perfect if you want that bit of a mix. And as well, I suppose if you were coming away as a bigger family group and sort of there were some adults that only wanted, they could book for this side of the hotel. People with kids can sort of book for the other. So it's a nice...
You've got a little bit of a mix.
Yeah, it's a nice mix. And also it sort of creates a bit of an atmosphere sometimes if we go to an adults only hotel and it's sort of can be too quiet and not enough going on, whereas here there's lots of activities and like archery and stuff like that, ping pong. So you can sort of
they've got all that sort of hotel
so you can get
thing.
involved if you want to get involved.
And value for money wise, are you happy with the price you paid? Do you think it was overpriced? Do you think it was underpriced? Are you happy with it?
No, I think it's good value for money.
Yeah, great.
Like I said, we went to Mallorca in the summer and we paid a little bit more for that. That was like exclusively adults only.
Yeah, and peak season, I suppose.
Yeah, and obviously it was coming out of COVID and everything. Everyone was going away in the summer.
Of course, yeah.
So we probably did end up spending a little bit more money in the peak season. But yeah, no, I think it's been good value for money.
Brilliant. That's great.
Yeah.
That's great. I'll tell you what, Sophie, it's been absolutely fantastic. This is the first video of what we're going to call Terrace Talk, and we're going to have loads of different videos. And I've got a little present for Sophie. I'm going to go get it.
Thank you.
So I've got a little gift for Sophie to say thank you, and that is our exclusive TravelON World mugs, where you can have my ugly mug on your mug. So there you go.
Oh, that's
thank
great.
you very much.
Thank you so much.
Guys, just like to say a big thank you to Sophie and James for allowing us to come and nose around their room and have a look at where they're staying here at the Elba Hotel. If you've got any questions or if you want to start in the next video, drop us a comment, get in contact, and we'll see you on the next Terrace Talk. Thank you, Sophie.
Oh,
thank you, James. See you soon. Fabulous.